What is going on, my giblets? It's your boy Jib, back at it with another video, and in today's video I just want to go over the recent Starfield update 1.83. This did come out on November the 8th. I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but I still wanted to make this video. Without further ado, let's jump straight in. So just disclaimer, this update is mainly aimed around PC players and the performance of Starfield. When Starfield was released, it was capped at 60 frames per second, and what this update is basically announcing is they're doing a beta test where they're going to coordinate with NVIDIA graphics card, and as it was capped at 60 frames per second, people with high-end PCs were a bit frustrated because they got a really high-end PC but they're capped at a certain frame per second when their PC could actually perform at, let's say, 120 frames per second, so double the amount. So for them to have a little workaround, what they were doing is they were going to Nexus Mods, which is like a modding page where you can download mods that people make. It's really good if you're like the customization or some things that you didn't quite like at the game. So for example, in Skyrim, some people liked it where if you had a shield but you weren't in like attack mode, you could have your shield on your back, and then Nexus Mods was the perfect place to go because you have stuff like that, and you've got people always adding stuff. So what people were doing were they were going to Nexus Mods to try and find a workaround where they can actually play a higher frame per second rate. So there was a lot of uproar when Starfield initially came out because it's supposed to be this amazing game. They worked on it for so long, they bigged it up, they were expecting you could perform at higher frames per second. So what Bethesda have now done is they released a beta with it coordinating with the NVIDIA graphics card where you can play at a higher frame per second and you can choose to opt in. So I've opted in at the moment because I've got an NVIDIA graphics card. So over the next couple of weeks I'll be doing another video just to see if I have noticed any difference in gameplay. I will be doing this not streaming and some with streaming, because when I do stream I record at the same time, so I'm streaming, really depends on what the internet's like on that day, I'm recording, so that's another strain on my PC which can affect the performance. And I do find that if I'm just recording, the gameplay is a lot smoother, a lot better, it doesn't really glitch out. Most of the time I do find an issue where it does get a bit glitchy is when I'm going in and out of my scanner rapidly, and then it either loads the UI where I can see the actual circle bit what I scan, or what will happen is I'll go in and out really quickly and then my scanner will be like my normal weapon, like a pistol for example, and that's when I tend to find it really glitchy and it really struggles. So I'll see how it does when I'm not streaming and recording, and when I'm just recording, and just when I'm playing normally, just to see if there is a massive difference. So I'll do another catch-up video in a week or so just to go over it again, so stay tuned for that. I don't know how long they'll be doing this beta for. Hopefully it won't be too long. I really don't want it being any longer than a month, because I think in a month's time they can get all their information they need to implement it full time for PC players. So yeah, I'm pretty good they're introducing it. As long as the game's got a reasonably good level of performance, then I'm pretty happy. Obviously there are people out there who have crazy PCs worth tens of thousands and they want it to be the best of the best, which is completely understandable. And if you've got the capability to have it the best of the best, then you want it to be performing as that. So I completely understand why a lot of people were kind of disappointed for the initial release. This really should have been from the get-go, but I guess new game, new massive world, a lot can go wrong, like I said before. Look at Elder Scrolls Online. When that came out, not really a great game. Everyone, they love Bethesda, they wanted to see if it would be any good, wasn't that good, and now a couple of years down the line it's a really good game. Story, the lore, everything, they've included all the add-ons, all the skins you can have. It took them a while to get to that point, so I feel with this game, just give them a good year to polish off all the double-edged corners, and then I reckon it's going to be a really good game, so please keep with it, don't give up on it. Starfield, in my eyes, is a great game. I really don't want people to give up on it. I think it's got so much more potential, especially for DLC going forward. But yeah, just please don't give up, guys. So another part of the update, they labelled it as "Let them eat." So by popular request, we have added the ability to ingest food and drink items upon finding them in the environment. You can enjoy those chunks immediately or save them for later. The choice is yours. So I always knew that you couldn't eat them straight away, but I didn't realise this was a bigger deal than I thought. I didn't realise a lot in the community kind of wanted this change. So I was a bit surprised to see this in there. I guess it's good because I just pick up anything and everything. So if I had a little low health and I just wanted to just have a little snack, or instead of me actually picking up eat it, I think that is good. Personally, at this time in the game, I kind of find food very, very useless. I've not touched on the food skill. It's probably not called food skill, it's probably called something else, but I think roughly what it does is you eat and then it gives you more benefits, or it makes eating like give you more health, which I think is good. But I only think food in these type of games are purely for the survival aspect, if they do bring that in. So for example, when I played Fallout 4 first time, before the survival mode came out, I mainly used stim packs because the food gave me hardly any health. It was just pointless and it was just weighing me down, so I only really just saved up caps and brought stim packs. But then when I went to survival, stim packs is kind of only a must unless you've got food, because one, you need to eat food because you're hungry, and every time you use a stim pack it makes you dehydrated. So it was only kind of like have a stim pack if you've got purified water. So my personal opinion is food is only there until the survival mode comes out, which could be in another year or so. But unless there are more uses of it, then please let me know in the comments below. That'd be good, because at this moment in time I'm not aware of any other benefits. I guess there are some things that can help you, like beer helps you with carry weight, which can be very useful, but I don't really see much use for food at this moment in Starfield, more of when they do release that survival mode. But yeah, I wasn't aware that people wanted to eat it. I think it as they pick it up, so I think that is a good idea. I've never known that, but it'd be good to, maybe I'll start implementing it and just see how it goes. They've also fixed some gameplay issues. Some of these, just reading over, I've never come across. For example, fixed an issue where Andrea's head would stay permanently cloaked. Never come across that. The only thing I've really had is where the mouse can be a bit choppy, which at the bottom it says they fixed that. I'm not going to touch too much on the gameplay they fixed, because I've not come across half of these, but if you have, then yep, they've kind of worked on that, which is good. It's good to see they are constantly checking for anything they can fix. What I'll do is I'll leave the link below of this update page, so if you can't find it, then it will be there, so I'll put that in my description, so don't worry. Again, they've back to the graphics, they've done one which I think is quite funny. Improved the appearance of the eyes on crowd characters. I do think some of the eyes in Starfield are very wide rabbit in headlights type of look, which I'm very surprised. I don't know if I'm scared or am I intimidating them? Are they scared of me? I'm not too sure, but I'm glad they kind of fixed that and made it more realistic. Right, this is the last bit I'm going to touch on about the update, is quests. So I'm so glad they finally fixed the quests, because I did this quest. I had to start a new game basically. I haven't deleted that character, but I had to start a new game because Noelle, even though it's actually Noelle wouldn't get on the ship. She would just stand there whilst the hunter was attacking me. And yeah, it was just so annoying. I was so pissed off. Excuse my French. I was so pissed off. That was it. High price to pay. That was it. That one. I was like, oh my god, why can't I do this? I was messaging my mate. I was going on Google, I was going on YouTube, going on everything. But now I'm glad they fixed that issue. So hopefully going back to that Baron character should be all fine. Let me know if you've had any quests that have glitched out, or you couldn't do a certain thing, or you needed an NPC to do a certain act or something that they haven't actually touched on. It'd be good to know. So yeah, please let me know in the comments. So thanks for watching, guys. It's just a little video just to go over the most recent update, just my thoughts and my first glance at it. Do not forget to like and subscribe and click that bell icon on the top right hand corner so you don't miss out on future videos. It's your boy Jib, signing off.